Students, this is question number 7. Foremost, let me draw the graph. The graph is in this fashion. So you have a parabola, inverted U, hitting the x-axis and the y-axis in this fashion. Now the point on which the intersection is made on the y-axis is 3. The point on which the intersection is made on the x-axis is 1/2. And over here the intersection is -3. Figure is not to scale. Not to scale. So this is just a approximate figure. I have posted the question on the screen. You can have a look at it. Now the question is, we have to find the value of f of x when x is equal to 0. That's the first question. Now the next question is, we have to find the values of x when f of x is equal to 0. That's the second question. The third one is, we have to get the maximum point, and the fourth is, we have to get the equation of symmetry, and finally we have to get the value of x when f of x is equal to 5. So a lot of requirements are there. Now let us start with the first one. Find the value of f of x when x is equal to 0. So what are they asking you? They are asking us to find the y-intercept. So you go up to the graph and see where the graph is intersecting the y-axis. Now clearly this intersection is shown in the figure. So that would mean when x is equal to 0, y is equal to 3. Right? Just you observe this and you write that value. So that's the first part. The x-intercept. Now this is the y-intercept. Over here we have to get the x-intercept. Now when exactly the x-intercept occurs? X-intercept occurs when y is equal to 0. So go up to the graph and look for the intercepts. Now clearly when y is equal to 0, you have x is equal to -3, and over here you have x is equal to 1/2. Right? Now what I would suggest you is, after you have got this x-intercept and you know the y-intercept, you can draft or you can create the equation of the graph. Now the equation of the graph would be of this form. F of x is equal to a times x negative of the intercept value that you get. The first intercept is occurring at -3. Just place that value, then you close the parenthesis, follow it up with x and a negative sign, open the parenthesis and look for the second intercept. That's 1/2. So place that value. So this would be the equation of the graph. Now I can rewrite this as f of x is equal to a times x positive 3 times x negative 1/2. Now you might be wondering how to get the value of a. That is simple. Now what you have to do here is, for x is equal to 0, we know this coordinate. F of x is equal to, when x is equal to 0, what is the value for the y-intercept? 3. Right, go and substitute that. So 3 is equal to a times of x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 0, and this can be further rewritten as a is equal to, or you can just start with 3. 3 is equal to, this is going to be a 3 and -1/2. I can rewrite this by cross multiplying 2 over here. So 2 times of 3 is equal to a times 3 times negative sign there, or -1. So it's going to be -3 times a. So therefore 3a is equal to 2 times 3 is 6, but you have a negative sign, so you can retain the negative sign there. So a is equal to negative 6 over 3. 3 divides 6 2 times. So therefore, the value of a is negative 2. So you got that. So if I were to take this as 2, I now have the equation of the graph. So therefore 2 can be rewritten as f of x is equal to 2, which is negative sign, times x positive 3 times x negative 1 over 2. Now you just distribute this. I start with x into x, that's x squared, x into negative 1 over 2, that's negative x over 2, 3 times x and negative 3 over 2. Now I can club these two together. So negative 2 times x squared. Now the LCM is going to be 2 there. So 2 times 3 is 6. 6x negative x. That's going to be positive sign. So positive 5 times x. And then you have negative 3 over 2 there. Now you distribute 2. What do you get? You get negative 2 times x squared, followed by negative 5 times x, because 2 gets cancelled. Negative negative positive, 2 and 2 gets cancelled, you get 3. So this is the equation of the graph. I know this can be little bit challenging, but you will have to get that equation of the graph. That's the first thing you need to do once you got the intercepts of y and x. Now you have to get the maximum point. Now before you have to get the maximum point, you have to state the equation of symmetry. You have to get that. So for that, this is actually part 4 of the question. This is actually helps you in getting the part 4. Now axis of symmetry, that is given by the formula x is equal to negative b over 2 times a. Now go back to the function here. So what is a? A is negative 2. What is b? B is negative 5. And what is c? C is 3. So this can be rewritten as negative of negative 5 divided by 2 times of negative 2. So this will become 5. This will become negative 4. So 5 is divided by 4. So you can say over here 4 times 1 is 4. You have a remainder 1. Place a decimal point. 4 times 2 is 8. You have a remainder 2. Add a 0, you get 5. So what is the axis of symmetry? Either you can say x is equal to negative 5 over 4 or x is equal to negative 1.25. Now what I would suggest you is you box it. So the examiner is aware that you have presented the answer for question number 4. Now having got this, so this point would be the value that we are looking for. X is equal to, I don't want to plot it here because I prefer to just to indicate to you. So this would be my x is equal to negative 1.25. So that would be the point. Now the axis of symmetry would be going up like this, but we will have to locate this maximum point. So once I get the maximum point, then I will draw the line. So I need to know what this point is. So for that, you have to substitute x is equal to negative 1.25 or negative 5 over 4 into the system. So let me show that how it is done. So put x is equal to negative 5 over 4 in, let me take this as sum 3. So in 3. So what happens here? So f of negative 5 over 4 is equal to negative 2 times of negative 5 over 4 squared, negative 5 of negative 5 over 4 positive 3. So this is going to be positive. So 25 is here. This is going to be negative 2. This is going to be 4 times 4 is 16. So I have a 16 there. Negative negative positive. 5 5s are 25. Divided by 4 positive 3. Now 2 divides here 8 times. So this is going to be negative 25 over 8 positive 25 over 4 positive 3. I take the LCM as 8. This is 25. 4 divides 8 2 times. So it's going to be 50. And you have 1 there. So 8 times 3 is 24. These two added together will give you 25 plus 24 divided by 8, which is 49 over 8. So you divide 49 by 8. 8 times 6 is 48, and you have a 1. You place a 0, you have 8 there, 2, 0. 8 times 2 is 16, you have a 4, and 0, and 5. So therefore, what is the value that you're getting? You're getting, when x is negative 5 over 4, the value you're getting is 6.125. So this is the maximum point. So this is subdivision 3, the max point, and you block or box this result. Okay, so coming back to the graph, the axis of symmetry is negative 1.25. So you take a ruler and you draw that. You draw the dashed line, right? And then you write that as negative 1.25. Over here, this is going to be 6.125. Okay, so you can state that the max point is at negative 1.25. You get 6.125. So that is the completion for this question. So we have got the first one, second one, the third one, the fourth one. So all of these things have been obtained. Now the final one is find the value of x when f of x is equal to 5. So we have to use 3, right? So this is the final question. F of x is equal to negative 2 times x squared and negative 5x positive 3. So we need to get the value of x when f of x is equal to 5. So f of x is equal to 5. This means 5 is equal to negative 2x squared, negative 5x positive 3. Move this to the other side. So you get negative 2x squared, negative 5x positive 3, negative 5 is equal to 0. This can be further rewritten as negative 2 times x squared, negative 5x, negative 2 is equal to 0. I'm going to multiply by negative 1 both sides. So this would give me 2 times x squared, positive 5x, positive 2 is equal to 0. Now you can use the quadratic formula. X is equal to negative b plus or minus square root of negative b squared, that's 5 squared, negative 4 times a times c times divided by 2. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. So it's going to be negative 5 plus or minus root of 25 negative 16 divided by 2 times a. So it's going to be 2 times of 2. So 2 times of 2. This is going to give you 9. I want to complete this over here. So therefore x is equal to negative 5 positive 3. Since it is 9, square root of 9 is 3. So positive 3 divided by 4. This is going to give you negative 2 over 4, which is equal to negative 1 over 2. That is one value. Then x is equal to negative 5, negative 3 divided by 4, which is negative 8 over 4, which is negative 2. So you can sum up the result. Therefore, when f of x is equal to 5, right, x is equal to negative 1 over 2, or x is equal to, what is the value? Negative 2. So you can actually box that result. So that is the conclusion for this question.